And we are back. I know we took a slight break there with everything going on. However, where we last left off, we are at the Alabaster Lyceum. The planar gateway fully opens, and a massive Amethyst Dragon, Yida, who is joyfully revealed to be Riel's mother, greets her son. She invites the party, Riel, Bludgeon, Lyra, Zatina, and Father Jinx, to the dragon plane of existence to meet with the Council of Dragons. After a very strange planar jump that leaves part of the group exhausted, they arrive at a massive floating citadel and are greeted by Percival, a grumpy ancient platinum dragon. During the council meeting, the party uncovers some rather interesting lore implications. Thordak's death created a volatile planar rift in Emon, and the horrific Mercury Dragon hunting Riel is theorized to be an astral dreadnought, possibly fused with the betrayer god Therazun. The party pieces together that Asmodeus, the last of the betrayer gods remaining on Exandria, likely orchestrated the Hell's Gate ritual using Micah de Rolo, whose soul was trapped in a soul coin after his death. Asmodeus' presumed plan is to sacrifice the soul drinker to lure the Mercury Dragon to Emon, forcing it to fight and consume the god eater Predathos, thereby leaving Asmodeus to rule the material plane unchallenged. Determining they must stop this ritual before tackling the rift of the Mercury Dragon, the party formulates a heist. An air dragon named Thistle scries on the Judgment House basement, confirming Sister Lethwin and the Master of Law are currently there. Yida opens a temporary portal, and the party executes a flawless smash and grab. Bludgeon grapples the Master of Law, Zatina counterspells her magic, and Riel uses Vortex Warp to rescue Lethwin, successfully shoving both women through the portal back to the Dragon Citadel. Safely back in the Citadel, Lethwin explains that Micah de Rolo had placed a Gi spell on both women to force them to conduct the ritual. While reviewing Daverix's stolen notes, the party realizes the corrupt Emon nobles were given mortal anchors so that Daverix could travel back in time to study Thordak's rift, a method the party realizes they might use to go back and permanently close the rift. However, the session ends with Zatina casually reaching into her bag of holding and pulling out a stolen fire. Or was it Lyra or was it Zatina?
It was me.
The session ended as Lyra casually reached into her bag of holding, pulling out a stolen fire-glyphed dragon egg right in the middle of the dragon sanctuary.
I mean, I asked them. I didn't steal it from them.
As you pull the egg out, Lyra,
yeah,
the entire council looks gobsmacked. They stare down at your small form in the middle of the council chambers. They stare at each other.
It's as big as me.
Well, I mean, with the egg's about the size.
It's not really. I know.
Yeah, I mean, it's closer to the size of maybe a dodgeball, like a large dodgeball in size. Right. In your arms, it looks even bigger. I mean, to be fair, but
they seem holding an apple,
and they all seem like genuinely confused at the condition and what the overall circumstance of the egg. Even Yida kind of takes a moment to look at Riel, look at the egg, and finally the platinum dragon, Percival, kind of comes off the roost of the council above all of you, lands in the middle of the council chamber. Where did you find that specimen?
It was hidden in the engineering office in Emon.
You mean it was just out and about for ease of collection? I mean, it wasn't hidden away, or
no, I said it was hidden.
It was hidden. It was hidden.
It was hidden in one of the engineering offices.
Percival kind of looks up at the council and like looks at one of the gold dragons. The gold dragon kind of like launches off the roost and lands next to Percival. Walks slowly over to where Lyra's holding the egg, And the gold dragon, I have not seen this kind of red egg for quite some time. Elemental eggs and elemental dragons are very rare to come across. Do we think this is linked directly to Thordak? Or is this something that is linked to your other companion, this one called Daverix?
I think it's linked to Daverix, but I'm not sure.
The gold dragon takes a moment. Has anyone tried to cast Identify on it yet?
Nope. I kind of just hid it away. And I kind of haven't told half the people that we had it.
I would like to make clear that I have not seen that before.
Yeah, he has not. I don't think Zatina has either.
Minute, I can ritual cast Identify.
Okay. As Zatina begins to prepare to cast Identify on it. Well, this changes things a bit, Percival. I would be remiss if we didn't take a moment to discuss what this egg might mean. It was not found in Thordak's lair. They seem to be convinced it was found somewhere else that was not connected directly to Thordak. But we know that elemental dragon eggs, well, they come from the elemental planes of existence. This one being red and showing the insignia of fire. One would properly assume that this is a elemental dragon of fire that created this egg, connected to this egg. Well, I understand your concerns, but I don't see why that matters. We have elemental dragons that visit our plane of existence from time to time. This is an egg, Percival. This is the origin of somebody else's life, and it was found under mysterious circumstances. We must take that into consideration.
Did we find anything about the egg in the notes that we looked through?
Not a squeak. And technically, you found it in you found it in Professor Dorn's engineering office. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he was studying the scar, though, right?
He was studying Thordak's scar and the planar shifty place.
Would it be unreasonable to think that maybe he got the egg from the scar?
True. You got it from somewhere.
Through the scar.
Or because we know the scar can teleport people across planes kind of haphazardly. But also, wasn't Thordak trapped in the plane of fire for some time?
Yep.
He was. Yeah, he was anchored there with the heartstone.
Stone in his chest.
Yeah, that kept him anchored there. Someone had freed him. Some speculate it was Vecna that freed him.
Maybe he took someone's egg on the way out?
That's not the heartstone, is it?
No, the egg, no. The stone in his chest was in his chest is the heartstone.
And as far as we know, that was shattered and possibly destroyed. Although we so far have revealed that Riel's sphere may be made of a fragment of the original heartstone as well. The sphere that he uses to travel with.
Doesn't that thingamajiggy, didn't you suck some dragon power into that thing?
Yeah, it's powered now. Why?
Well, can you suck the dragon power out of that thing?
Out of the egg?
Why would you want to suck the dragon power out of the egg?
I mean, last time I tried that, the egg woke up and out popped the little drake.
Now, I don't,
Yeah, but
I
that
don't
was an
know
egg
about a lot of
surrounded
things, but
by-
I do know that eggs hatch.
yeah, eggs hatch. I think this egg has to be put in fire before it hatches.
I don't believe in pets, and I don't believe in dragons running around being pets. Not that you'd have a pet at all, but I'm just saying.
surrounded by dragons and whatnot. I'm like, I don't think dragons are pets. Dragons
Oh,
are
well, that's good.
sentient creatures.
Neither
Not
do
pets.
I feel like in like Lyra's bag of holding, there's like one of those little photo wallets with her holding like all these pet
All
dragons.
these cute dragons with leashes on.
Doing like illusionary memes.
Yeah. Someone handing her an abandoned dragon. Like, it's an ancient red dragon. It's about ready to go. Can you take care of it?
No, they're all like pseudo dragons. Come on. Pseudo dragons are pets. Actual dragons are not pets.
But
that dragon egg was highly guarded and hidden.
It was
you put it there, would expect someone to come looking for it.
Where did you find it?
Professor Dorn died. It was in Professor Dorn's office, and he died in Padway's jail.
So you found it when we were in there fighting everything in the tower?
I don't think you were with us at the time.
Exactly. That's what I was asking where you got it from.
So when we went and searched Professor Dorn's office, and there was like this pull string that was invisible that we saw when we cast the invisibility, and we pulled it, and it opened up this door, and inside that door, this trap, but you couldn't tell that the door was there. But it pulled it open, and there was this egg that just came out, and I had to take it.
But weren't there other eggs? What
Other eggs were in Daverix's pocket dimension, and they were surrounded by those crystals, and it was the crystals that reacted to Riel's crystal and made the egg hatch.
Spots then, all right.
Totally separate.
Maybe we should tell them about them eggs that have the
When did we find
magical field around them? Might have something to do
I'm
with
sorry,
what's
I'm
going on.
confused. Why is this egg important again?
I don't know what to do with it. And they're dragons, so I figured they might know what to do with an egg.
Are you going to try to keep it?
I wanted to find out what they think that I should do or should be done with the egg, because I don't know.
These dragons seem very, very interested in your simple egg.
Do you see how big I am? Do you see how big the egg is? Do you know how soon that little egg would be able to swallow me whole?
Maybe we sell this thing.
15,
Right after
20
it
years,
hatches.
maybe?
What?
We are in uber wealthy Dragonland. We have
Sell
a
it to the dragon.
He's just making the ritual and being like, oh.
Wouldn't
This
it
is
be kind of a
biased, isn't it?
cultural faux pas to sell a dragon egg to a dragon in the land of dragons?
Business.
I really just wanted to get their thoughts and ideas and maybe directions on what should be done with the baby.
Perhaps
Lyra
we should
wants to know
ask
how
whether...
much a dragon egg costs on the material plane. What
Well,
should we
I'm
get
just-
for it?
I'm just saying. But all of a sudden, them dragons seem to be really interested in it. How about we ask them why they're so interested in it?
Well, they just said that fire elemental dragons are really rare.
Mm-hmm.
And
Rare is
And-
subjective. I mean, back in Emon, dragons are rare.
Well, it goes back to my point.
Doesn't this kind of have to do with a lot of dragon issues? Eggs and
It's rare.
crystals that can suck dragon stuff into them, and your mom's a dragon. I don't mean that in a negative way.
so
Seems to be a
like,
lot of
Yo,
dragons.
mama, a dragon.
Technically, I am
If
half
it's not
dragon.
It's at least dragon
Does that mean that you can turn into a dragon too?
Well,
Me?
it hasn't happened yet.
Oh.
I haven't really thought about it too much, to be honest. I had assumed that if I was either gonna pop out as a dragon or not a dragon. But if I am to turn into a dragon someday, that would be kind of fun.
Don't
But it hasn't
make
happened
Riel angry. You don't want to see him when he's angry.
Turn around. Let me see if there's a dragon button on your back that we can push.
I'm quite certain.
His
ain't
wings
no
flap.
blood.
I'm
Sun's
dragon.
getting real low,
His mouth
big guy.
This one makes his mouth open.
I mean, so there's the Thordak scar. Thordak was trapped in the plane of fire, and just as the scar is becoming an issue, because there happens to be a egg nearby from the plane of fire. I mean, it all.
Thordak
That's weird.
escaped the plane of fire long before he created the scar.
Right, but
Does the scar go to the plane of fire?
I mean, it can.
Did it
It
look
spits
like it
you
went
out
to
in kind of a
fire?
random plane of existence, is my understanding.
I mean, those that actually snuck into the scar and learned some of the meta magic about the scar is possibly a crossroads of multi-planar existence, as the failure of Thordak's escape did something and created a strange rift.
But then they're having their master on the above table. Their master is having them go down there and read off scrolls that were not what they were supposed to be.
Correct.
Trying
in
to
an
do
attempt
what?
to activate the gateway.
It was not Daverix that had us do that. It was
It was
Professor
Professor Dorn that had them
Okay,
do
well,
that.
whoever.
But you did, through Zatina reading the notes, you had discovered that Professor Dorn and Daverix were colluding together.
Yeah.
They were both
Looting
pursuing
does not
their-
mean that Daverix, lied to me.
So Dorn found an egg on his travels in the rift, and he brought it back and hid it.
That
Will
egg
it break
doesn't
your
have-
psyche to find out you've been betrayed?
No.
Are you sure? Because we can just pretend.
No.
You know that egg there. That's it doesn't have to be Thordak's egg, is it?
That's what I
I
was
don't
thinking.
think it's Thordak's
Well,
egg.
he wasn't a fire
Maybe
elemental
Thordak
dragon. He
2.0?
was a red dragon.
Has it been 10 minutes?
Yeah, we'll say Zatina wraps up the ritual, and she kind of comes out of her concentration and offers up the fact that originally, Thordak's main legacy was that he was an ancient red dragon that was trapped on the plane of fire. Because red dragons are immune to fire, it's almost kind of like a slow death of immortality. He was trapped there and not really capable of dying except for old age, because he was immune to the fire that would normally consume other people on the plane of fire. So as far as you guys can tell, and based on Zatina's identification spell, this is a red fire elemental dragon egg. These are very rare. Some say that maybe in a series of lifetimes you may come across one, and the only way they hatch, through the identify spell, you would recognize the magic of them. The only way they hatch is through elemental fire. So this thing's not even capable of hatching on the material plane unless it is imbued with elemental fire from the fire elemental plane.
So don't throw it into the fireplace, yeah?
No, not even that fire will work. You have to
You could cast
wouldn't do
fire
anything.
elemental on it.
You could. That would be one way to do it. Yeah.
Let's not do that.
It-
Well,
If I clap, I'd go, let's do it. Let's do it. No.
Is there a way to return it to? Because I mean,
Don't just give it to him. We got
But
leverage.
then if I doesn't say that it's, Thordak wasn't an elemental dragon, right?
no, he was
He
a
an
red
elemental
dragon.
fire dragon. He was a
It
red
was an
dragon.
ancient
No,
red
no.
dragon.
So it's not Thordak's egg.
But the
No.
professor, he was trying to study on how to become a dragon or something, right?
think
Daverix
so.
was.
Daverix was a dragonborn.
Maybe Dorn is in the egg.
No, Dorn died. We found his body in the Padway's cells.
you know what? Fuck it. I say we just crack it open and make a big ol' omelet.
Well, what's
I
the
don't-
identify
Good
say?
idea.
It's
The
a fire elemental dragon egg.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody could do legend lore on it.
Well, I can't do that. I do portals and fireballs and.
Well, we do have a lot of dragons out here. Now, last time I checked, dragons can cast spells.
And some of them are legendary.
That's right. Some of them are lore based. So, is there a dragon here? Listen to all our stupid conversation, or what?
No, they're all kind of like conversing with themselves about the egg, while waiting for Zatina to cast her spell. And kind of giving you guys your privacy, allowing you to have this conversation.
I'll turn to Yida. Hey, Ma.
Yes, son.
Why is everybody so interested in this egg?
Well, it's a fire elemental dragon egg. It's one of the more rare dragons, and I think what they're more intrigued by is where it came from, and does it need to go back to where it came from? Now, if you're saying your professor friend or whoever they were had acquired this egg, it would be helpful to figure out where he acquired it from and then return it to where it was. Honestly, the only way it could be with you is it was stolen from a nest, from the plane of fire, the elemental fire plane.
Well, unfortunately, the feller who took it's not really alive anymore.
That we know.
Yeah. That we
No,
know.
they didn't. We asked. They did not resurrect him. They buried him.
Well, I mean, it kind of leaves two options. Option one, Thordak took it on his way out of the plane of fire, and Dorn found it in what was left of his cave after his hidden somewhere. Or Dorn went through the scar, ended up in the plane of fire, somehow didn't burn to death immediately, and stole it.
Mama Riel, could you cast a legend law on this thing? I don't know if you can do that, but
well, my name's Yida. I mean, if anyone are there any druids here?
Yes.
Can you create fire elementals yet? Can you turn into fire elementals yet?
Oh, you know what?
We're only this many smart.
What
so
spell is that creates elementals?
I think it's called Create Elemental.
Yeah, it's called Create Elemental.
Or Summon Elemental or something like that.
Summon, yeah.
But, so when we investigated Daverix Tower, because we know Daverix and Dor were working together, and we saw the door, the room that had the door to the pocket dimension was all like fire blasted out and stuff. What if that's the location where they went into the plane of fire to get this egg, and that's why it looked like that? Because they opened up a portal to the plane of fire, and I mean,
it's fifth level. We ain't got on fifth level.
It's called the plane of fire for a reason, right?
Says the little gnome, staring at one of the most powerful magic items she's ever seen in her life. And the runes on there, I mean, they're liquid.
You have to cast it at fifth, sixth. You have to cast it at 7th level to get a fire elemental. It's a 5th level that you have to cast at 7th level.
Son.
Yes.
Maybe we should see if your sphere works. It's been filled with magic again. Perhaps we should see if it can take us to the plane of fire, and we can start our investigations there.
I can give it a shot. Is that what we're doing?
I burn. Did you see the fur?
Father Jesus is a giant walking fur coat.
I don't think that'd be the best thing to have happen.
we need some protection from the fire before we go. I mean,
I'm sure that one of our dragon companions can whip up some protection from fire for the next 24 hours. Shouldn't be a problem.
It is if we're there for 25. But, all right.
Well, it is for
Well, let's
you.
not be there for 25. I'll travel with you.
Why don't we do a legend lore on this thing and find out exactly who got what and where and how it came to be here?
A legend lore might tell us of its origin, but it may not necessarily tell us how it got here.
well, that might actually tell us something because it might tell us whose egg it is, and if we find that person, they might be able to
Dragon.
give us or dragon.
Can only hope it's a person.
They might be able to give us a lead on how it got into the material plane.
Well, I could try to convince Percival to cast legend lore on it, but he's a bit old and addled and not the easiest spell for him to cast. Percival, could you assist us for a moment? Percival comes waddling over in his old platinum dragon form. Well, what's your decision? Well, we're thinking that if you cast legend lore on it, it might tell us more about the egg, where it came from. I really hate that fucking spell. It gives me a headache.
Okay,
I know,
fine.
but it would be beneficial, I think, to everyone to understand where this egg came from. Fine, very well. Set it over there on the table and give me a moment as I cast the spell. I'll do my best. You watch as the egg gets set down and Lyra steps back and Percival comes over and rests his dragon claw over the top of it, begins to gently place his claw on top of the egg, and he starts muttering the legend lore spell in a kind of like ritual format. His eyes roll into the back of his head. He mumbles and mutters to himself. He's like in this kind of strange conversation with himself for about 5 minutes, and then he kind of like freezes, and suddenly he comes out of the catatonic state that he was in. Well, my, this is most interesting. What a clever person this Daverix must be. It would seem that your mentor, Lyra, is the origin of this egg. Was there another dragon in the tower by chance?
Oh, yes, there was.
There was a
Was past tense. Something turned it to paste in the hallway.
well, no, in the tower that we found the egg in, there was a
They
dragon.
tried to kill us and we had to put it out into misery.
He got chased out.
But we did
not
find
try and kill us, and it actually hid our escape route. It picked off the
Oh, we're talking about the
The
tower.
rope that we tied down.
Yeah, other tower. Whoops.
Other tower.
Well, it would seem.
Now, I'm not sure if that's the one that did die in Daverix's tower, but there was something that got turned to pulp in Daverix's tower.
Well, this egg was made by magic. It would seem that this Professor Dorn and Daverix traveled to the elemental fire from a portal that they seem to have control over. Once on the elemental plane of fire, they had some of Thordak's eggs that were left over from his clutch before he was destroyed. They were attempting to recreate Thordak as a hatchling to see if this hatchling would affect the rift upon which they have been investigating. So they found this dragon's egg here, amongst others. And then, of course, they took magic and they attempted to merge the two eggs together. Unfortunately, the elemental fire dragon that originated this clutch is no longer alive. I fear that Professor Dorn and Daverix had managed to kill it, destroy it, and then make off with a clutch of its eggs in attempt to do this ritual or ceremony or whatever this dark magic was that they were doing. I suspect your Daverix friend probably died in the experiment. Your professor probably fell ill to criminal underworlds and was taken account for it. I fear that this dragon egg is the only one that's remaining from a clutch that was used for experimentation. They seemed convinced that bringing Thordak back in some semblance of representing it the way that they did would allow them to understand the rift better. It would appear that was their intent of corrupting the magic of these eggs. I would assume you've come across these other Thordak eggs in your travels, perhaps?
Yeah, in the other tower.
I see. Well, as far as I'm concerned, now that this egg has no home to go to, you and your friends are welcome to keep it if you'd like. Based on my magic and my understanding of the legend lore that was gifted me, this egg will hatch any day now, as long as you take it to an elemental plane of fire as a source for its final hatching. It seems to be mature and ready to hatch. Unfortunately, only elemental fire will work.
What are we supposed to do with it once it hatches?
I don't know. Feed it? Throw it in a deep end of a pool? It's your responsibility. You have possession of the egg, of course.
I put it back in my bag.
What?
Okay.
Will it just stay, I don't know, just like it is until we bring it to elemental fire, or will it expire at some point?
Oh, I don't know. I suspect it will linger for many, many years until it can be exposed to elemental fire. But the moment it's exposed to elemental fire, it will hatch.
Yeah.
What do I
It's already
do?
talking. We got to get it to the elemental plane of fire. Are you my daddy, Daverix?
Hey.
What do I do? How?
There's-
Okay. Do you have any tips on how to raise a baby dragon?
Look right there. There's a big dragon right there.
There's a big dragon, big purple dragon. Yes.
Oh, there's another one behind them.
Yep.
Easy.
Yep. 3 dragons.
Well, I would imagine that if you do choose to hatch it and raise it,
But I really
probably invest in a cattle ranch. It's going to eat a lot. Fire elemental dragons can be quite precocious and difficult to, interact with. I would say somewhere around 100 and 150 years, they finally become more manageable.
Well, great. I don't think I live that long.
I mean, hatchlings can, come in various behaviors. You never know until it hatches, of course. Some say there's this theory. There's nurture versus nature. Now, some would say that the natural understanding of a red dragon would be that it might become evil. However, can something that's said to be evil be raised by good people and therefore becomes good? What if a gold dragon is raised by villains and it becomes a wicked gold dragon? It's a philosophy that we find both interesting and probably complete bullshit. But it is the way we are. But it's your problem now.
Oh.
Good luck.
What's your problem? My mother kept me in a bag of holding.
That explains a lot,
That
actually.
explains a lot about his
I mean-
disposition.
It was
Oh my
before
God.
it was born. It was before it was in
She
an
would
egg.
scrape
It's
plates off
fine.
inside the bag of holding to feed me.
I wonder
You
what.
can make a little fey pocket for it
How
in the
long
bag
would
of holding.
Well-
I could make a pocket. It doesn't have to be in the bag of holding.
Or, hear me out,
Now I have to try and find something that I can keep the dragon in. That's like a fey pocket that I can take with me. Okay. All right. And then we can hatch the dragon.
With like a dog bowl and a little wooden shack in it.
An unending supply of cows.
Fake
What
grass.
were you saying, Riel?
oh, I forgot.
That train completely derailed and all the passengers did not make it.
Maybe.
All right. So how about we just put that egg back in the bag hole? We got a couple years to decide what y'all want to do with it. So just
put it in the
leave
bag
it
hole.
bag.
But back to
be right back.
The maybe what we need to do is because we assuming we can get access to that time traveling portal thing again.
Father
maybe-
Jinx is like, yeah, time travel, yeah.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Because they left a lot of notes about the scar itself, but they didn't leave a lot of notes about like what they were exactly attempting to do, right?
Yeah, I mean, all of their information that you've read up on so far tells you that they definitely believe that the scar is a dimensional portal that allows you to travel different planes of existence. But it also is unstable, that the rift does not allow the portals to coexist, let alone become predictable. So there's always challenges with that. They seem to think, or what you've discovered, is that the mortal tethers that they were using to go back in time was so that they could figure out how Thordak inadvertently created the rift, or how his connection with the rift is the detail of that. You get the feeling that they've been looking for ways how to stabilize it and then use it as a means of permanent kind of moving across different planes of existence.
I think we should pick up where they left off, not for their purposes of stabilizing and utilizing it, but for the purposes of destroying it.
Find some coins before the rift was created.
Right. And because he can't have just used like a normal spell, even like a powerful like gate spell. If the spell had failed, the magic would have just collapsed back into nothing. It wouldn't have gone off the rails like this. So he did something different.
Or whatever he did completely failed and just backfired and really just messed up the weave.
I mean, he was probably rolling on the wild magic chart.
I mean, even
how Thordak died, rolled bad on the wild magic chart.
Yeah,
but like
he rolled a 1. Mm-hmm.
Even if he was using just I can't think of a spell that if it goes sideways on you, it rips a hole in reality.
Actually, give me an Arcana check on that one, Zatina, as you think about it.
Can I do that too? Since I'm
sure.
Little stuff?
Yeah.
Now she'll want that spell. Wait a minute, it can rip. I won't worry.
22.
23.
Yeah, the two of you realize that there's really only one spell that, if it were to fail, could cause such egregious challenges. That is the wish spell. When the wish spell is used improperly, or if a deity or a god is aware that a wish spell has been used, it can cause that particular deity to possibly interfere with what's happening. It's a small percentage, small chance. And sometimes wish spells are used improperly that can cause harm to both the weave and the material plane, depending on what they tried to use it for. And the more that you and like Riel begin to think about that, you get the feeling that Thordak, maybe his planar shift failed when he tried to escape, and he may have executed something that was imbued with a wish spell. And that kind of created the result of the scar.
Like, do we like so He probably tried to do just gate planership something before it failed, execute a wish to make his planership work.
And then something
That's not
broke.
out of the realm of
reasonable.
what a wish can do. Like a wish can easily jump you from one realm to another.
So my question is, either he wished for something so ridiculous that everything just broke, or something else intervened.
Well,
oh, it's about as close as you're gonna get, Riel.
You know,
I don't know much about this Thordak guy to know who he was like with and who was against him. I don't know enough about this world to know who would have intervened.
well, I mean,
Asmodeus.
Right.
he is.
But that was a long time ago. Do you think? Well, quick question over player to DM. Did Thordak's fall happen before or after the disappearance of the gods?
Before.
Okay. So this all happened long before the gods disappeared. I mean,
But how long before?
So you guys are in the age of restoration. So the time period you're in now puts the summer solstice and the capturing of Predathos some 10 years ago. So that would mean that the Chroma Conclave would have perished some 15, 20 years ago. So about 20 years ago when Thordak was destroyed by Vox Machina.
Did Predathos exist in some form 20 years ago?
no,
Predathos was still in his prison up in the moon. He had not been released yet. The solstice is when he was released and then captured by Imogen.
So do you think that Asmodeus has really been planning this for as long as he had? I mean, this would be decades in the making.
I mean, there's a kernel of truth in every myth about the gods, and there are so many stories of him playing for the long game.
So Asmodeus playing the long game, destroyed Thordak to create this rift that would allow portals to different planes to get Predathos and the Mercury Dragon to destroy each other. 20 years in the future is what he planned.
I mean,
I'll give it to him. Either he's real smart or he's really good at winging it.
Who knows the machinations of gods, but I'm sure they're high above our heads.
So this all still comes back around to us needing to close that rift.
I mean, that seems to be.
Yida looks over at Riel and goes, Riel,
Yes.
maybe you should try using your orb while you're within the rift.
I thought about that, but that just sounds like a bad idea.
Well, I
I
mean,
mean, if you talk about an area of unstable portals and I try to create one, I feel like that'd just be a really bad idea because it would just not work.
You don't think it would stabilize the portals?
yeah,
I mean,
like Yida kind of looks over at Lyra and nods in agreement and then turns back towards Riel. I mean, the magic inside that sphere is stabilized magic. Once it's expelled, you put more dragon magic back in it and you're able to shift planes.
What if
I
we
perhaps
went back
that's
to the
cool.
scale
Unique.
tower, got all those dragon eggs, put them into your...
No, the minute with those dragon eggs were messed with, they hatched and started attacking us and like grew exponentially. They're magicked. There is something
Those
wrong
are you get the feeling that those eggs are the corrupted outcome of when they were taking the elemental fire eggs and Thordak's eggs that had survived the rift implosion and were attempting to turn them into whatever they were trying to turn them into.
Mhm.
So what level do I have to be to do greater restoration?
I'm not sure if I necessarily want to stabilize the rift as so much as close it. Would stabilizing it allow me?
It might. It might just let you control the portals that are down there, and perhaps, I mean, our sphere absorbs dragon magic. What if at the very heart of these portals is Thordak's magic? Maybe we empty the sphere and you go down there and absorb the magic in the rift, and therefore closes the rift.
Yeah, we could try that. How do I get the magic out of this? Do I just have to expend it or something, or?
Oh, it's quite easy. Use it as your spell focus when you cast a spell, and it will then use the energy to support your spell casting. Or you can invoke the glyph on it and travel to another plane of existence. Say, as long as you have a material component of that plane, which reminds me, and Yida's big dragon finger points over at Lyra's bag of holding. Technically, that dragon egg is a tuning fork. You could hold on to it and shift to the element of plane of fire if you had to. But I think at the heart of all this, the magic of that orb is not fully revealed. I think it can close the rift.
Is Lethwin up and around?
Yeah, she's they both are. The Master of Law and Lethwin are kind of like sitting to the side, just kind of. Well, to be fair, they're in a place they didn't know existed, a dedicated plane of existence where dragons can come hide and kind of coexist without the trope of them trying to kill each other. Number two, they're listening to this conversation, realizing that they're a pawn in whatever overall scheme that Asmodeus is trying to hatch. And if Asmodeus is truly trying to destroy Predathos, that could definitely change things a lot on the material plane. So they're kind of learning all this for the first time while you guys are kind of like going back and forth talking about all these possibilities.
And Bludgeon, you don't really remember everything about yourself. Is that correct?
That is correct.
We still need to get his brain poked around in.
I think Lethwin could help us with that. I don't know if a greater restoration would help with that, but it might.
I believe one of the dragons has a memory recall spell too.
Thistle was going to poke around in his brain.
Oh, Thistle was, yeah. I mean, if you want to, that's all entirely up to you, Master Bludgeon.
Does it using the orbs attracts the Mercury Dragon though?
It's possible. That was part of the conversation previously. Yeah.
But yeah, back to budget. Yeah, we were gonna, or if you're okay with it, I guess. Did we establish whether or not Bludgeon was okay with it?
Look, you will find, but what you find is that what you are going to want to know. Let's do it, but you don't know what we're getting out of this.
I mean,
we're talking about plane shifting and time.
And then above the table, the other thing we need to decide is when and where do we close the rift?
Oh, that's a good point.
I mean, why don't we just close it in the modern day, right now?
Well, sure. We have a lot of people after us, and we only have 24 hours right now.
Well, I mean, in this plane, it goes by a bit slower, so we got a little more time.
And the other thing, yeah, that's true. The dragon plane is not like the Feywild. It is a much slower turning of the time. The other thing too is you guys have freed Lethwin and the Master of Law, two people that were an integral part of the overall plan. That plan is now disrupted. So the Soul Drinker is still trapped in that ceremonial circle, but two of the main components for the sacrifice are now absent. And whether or not it's truly Micah de Rolo or someone else that you haven't kind of fully revealed yet. Asmodeus.
We know there's another player.
Yeah, there does feel like there's a player yet to be revealed.
Well, there has to be because there were 2 geese.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's right.
That Dell's not here for just by happenstance.
But if we have maybe as a safety precaution before we attempt to get rid of the rift, maybe, I mean, if anyone could make sure no one else goes in after us to the rift, it would be the Master of Law.
If we close the rift, will Bludgeon be stuck here?
Even if you don't close the rift, you could be stuck here.
Oh, that's...
And
Wait,
the
are
other
you-
thing, is
Yeah, because that was a reveal when you guys, when one of the times that Bludgeon was, I think it was one of the times where he, once again, near death, that Bludgeon's beginning to more and more realize that maybe he is a byproduct of the rift. Maybe he's here because he inadvertently traveled through the rift, and that's why he feels so displaced, and it may be related to his amnesia as well.
Well, why don't we have Thistle poke around in that brain of yours and see if she can't unlock some more memories, and then we can go from there. Because, once you start remembering, you might want to go back. Or maybe if you want to stay, you can stay. I mean, I don't see why closing the rift would shoot you back. You'd probably have to somehow go back and then close the rift if you wanted to go back. Unless you do want to go back, in which case we have to figure out a way to throw you through the rift back to your time, and then we close the rift.
I mean, you might remember something about his time that we might need. I don't know. Maybe
Right.
he's here for a reason.
Or it might work against us. Like, let's keep it open.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, maybe he's evil. He don't know it.
Eh.
Only one way to find out.
Let's
Only one way to find out.
Maybe Bludgeon is the soul drinker before he became the soul drinker.
the Bludgeon's Asmodeus. Just
Don't
Now-
go there. I
Now
toyed with that idea.
now that is the perfect paranoia for Jason's game. Thank you. Finally, someone on my level. We're probably carrying around our enemy in that freaking bag of holding. But hey, I'm just.
he's
And I do not have.
And they attack us when we're like.
I do not have
I'm gonna be
9 little children skeletons in my bag this game.
also the fates.
Hold up, what?
Don't
You have
Yeah, but back up.
She
a
puts all
second.
kinds of things in her bag.
What?
She can't remember my schedule, but she can remember one of the previous campaigns from like 1 billion years ago. That's pretty funny.
She has children's skeletons. Where did she get children's skeletons from?
Half
They were
the
in
orphanage
the bag. No, they were.
Someone's
From
house?
from living children, previously living children. That
Oh
are no
yeah, that's
longer
how you get a
alive.
skeleton. Is you have a previously living child, and then you murder them.
It was part
Technically,
of
it was more of a grave
part of
robbery
a
than anything
satanic
else.
ritual.
They.
Well, don't
had
tell me.
been
I'm having
part
fun
of
with
a
ideas here.
Okay, so if you want to
we play
watch
Dungeons and
that
Dragons,
one,
but-
I think it's still up on YouTube.
Hide your children.
I will subscribe to my own theory that whatever character Calista, I don't know what character you're playing. She set fire to an orphanage. Okay,
You know the
and just
funny
went
thing?
digging through
That
the rubble.
the character who had that bag of holding, her name was Fire.
Yeah,
Guilty.
you know that, don't you, Father Jinx?
Guilty.
To destroy all you burned.
Mm. Was that Fire or was that Arena? Actually,
That might have been
Oh.
Arena.
no, I think it was Arena. Yeah, because it was a halfling.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
Arena.
Yeah, that was Arena. Yeah, my bad.
Fire was from the Denizens and Masters series, I believe.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
yeah.
You've been having quite the time in our Monday game, by the way, Fire.
Oh, I miss you guys. I want to play Fire again. I liked Fire.
Well,
I
she
told
got
Jason you
resurrected.
should come back for a guest appearance because he's playing you right now.
Her
You're doing a
Monday
crappy
schedule-
job of it, by the way.
Her Monday schedule is too rough. Do you guys want to approach Thistle and see if she'll cast a spell?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's poke around in that brain pan.
Yeah. I'll say with Yida's help, she convinces Thistle to cast the spell. Thistle is an air elemental dragon, so her physical form is a mixture of temporal scales. The breeze of her body is constantly permeating a kind of wind. She sits you down and she's going to ask you, Bludgeon, to concentrate on a memory that you feel is the oldest one that you want to focus on.
I think it's the Battle of the Arb Fields.
Anybody with a passive perception of 13 or higher will notice that some of the dragons recognize the name of that battle. And share they share kind of hushed looks at each other as if this has become a little bit more intriguing.
The dragons are very interested now. You just hit on something there, Bludgeon.
Yeah,
Dragon extends its long taloned finger, begins to mark your forehead with the material component of memory recall. It's a 1 hour ritual spell for her as she recites the spell, consumes the component material at the same time, and then begins to dig deeply into Bludgeon's mind about something called the Battle of the Barbed Fields. There is a gatehouse. You stand there and you look at your uniform. It has the Vasselheim emblem and colorations of a captain's uniform. As you stand at the gatehouse, there is a massive, kind of chaotic group of creatures that are swarming towards the gate as you maybe stand ready with maybe 2-3 dozen Vasselheim defenders. A gentleman of noble attire walks up the road with 3 women following him. One of blonde hair, one of brown hair, and one of dark black hair. They are dressed in chainmail. They carry weapons and shields. They walk as though they're about to participate in this battle that's about to happen. Here, this nobleman who stands in front of you wearing the colors of a wizard's organization. You recognize it through some other conversations that your friends have had. More importantly, through Zatina. She has a very deep understanding of magic. You recognize that the wizard is wearing the colors of the Cerebus Assembly. The very powerful kind of entourage of wizards that help the Dwendalian Empire maintain its hold on the power and control magic within the Dwendalian Empire. More importantly, the capital city of Rexentrum, where the Cerebus Assembly is located. This man, human from what you could tell, looks at you. Ah, Captain Bludgeon. Pleasure to meet you and make your acquaintance. I have gathered up my 3 daughters to help you and yours defend this great city. I know that many cadres and other militia of the Highborn are forming up as we speak, but I must travel and meet with a very important wizard who is traveling to Rexentrum. He is someone of note. It would appear that he may have even been involved in the fall of a particular citadel known as Aor. and it created quite a bit of a mess in our kingdom. Now, I don't know if this particular person has much to offer, but they are of dragonborn heritage, and he goes by the name of Daverix. He seems to have information for us. I leave my daughters in your charge. I go to meet this strange wizard and learn whatever information I can. Perhaps it'll aid us in defeating whatever these horde and ungodly masses are that travel to Vasselheim as we speak. But the gods willing and the platinum dragons smile upon us, perhaps we'll survive this day. You smile, shake his hand. The 3 daughters each bear, one's the wolf, one's the tree. I believe the other one is the marking of the sun. The sun, which represents the new dawn, the tree, which represents life, the wolf, which represents the hunter. The fate of the hunt, the fate of the new dawn, and the fate of life. It would seem that they are apostles of the 3 gods of fate. But other than that, in your memory, Thistle is, and it's kind of weird because you feel a little pressure on your brain as Thistle kind of pushes at your gray matter to kind of try to find little pockets of memory that need to be disturbed and kind of brought into your mind for you to kind of discover. The 3 women, you never seem to learn their names. Like, they never say their names. You seem to have conversations with them. They seem to know you well enough, and they find your companions that are fighting with you at the gate to be interesting as well, to the point where some of them, through the course of waiting for this battle to begin, are in conversations, are talking to, I think, one of your lieutenants and one of your other comrades. But then a great horn blares out. The edge of a forested area begins to writhe and teem with demonic creatures that are appearing by the thousands. The following battle that ensues is the last of your deepest memories you have of coming back to consciousness after. And the reason why you discover that it's called the Battle of the Barbed Fields is because it was barbed devils that were in this particular battle. Thousands of them, tens of thousands of them, unleashed at the beginning of Calamity by the betrayal of that wizard that's now trapped in the body of the Soul Drinker. But Vasselheim stood at the end of this battle. Your memory that's retrieved is that you were the last one to survive the battle. No sign of the 3 sisters. The arrival of their father, exhausted, barely alive, with a coin in his hand. He takes this coin and he reaches out and he puts it in your hand. The moment that you grab it, a red dragonborn that you know to be Daverix grabs onto you and pulls you through a rift. And the only remaining memory that you have is waking up in the middle of Emon some 500 plus years later. Maybe even 600 plus years later.
Right. So you can.
And then Thistle kind of disconnects as the spell runs its course. She cannot dig any deeper without causing severe harm and trauma. She suspects there might be more there. She can't find anything deeper beyond your battle at the Barbed Field because that is the memory that you focused on. She's convinced that there's more there, but she has now completed the loose ends by telling everyone what she experienced and allowing Bludgeon to kind of fill in the gaps as well, if he chooses to.
What does your comrades look like?
corpses the last time he saw them.
Yeah.
I mean, but what did they look like? Like,
Were they,
it wasn't us, was it?
go back in time. No, do we know the name of the father or the wizard? The nobleman?
No, for whatever reason, you're unable to recall the Cerebus Assembly's wizard's name, but now you have a point in time to focus on. There's plenty of written material on who potentially that could be. It's just a matter of going to the Lyceum and looking it up. But it's almost every time that their names were used, either the daughters or the noblemen, your auditory memory got muffled, almost as if it's a trauma that's not fully run its course yet.
Or it's masked intentionally.
That could be it too. Although Thistle doesn't identify with any kind of magic that's capable of doing that, so she doesn't. She's not entirely sure.
5-second delay.
So was the battle over, and then Daverix pulled me through the rift?
Correct. That's what your memory is telling you. Yeah, he placed a coin in your hand, and then pulled you. Well, the father placed a coin in your hand, and then Daverix suddenly materialized, pulled you through the rift that you stepped through.
But you get the sense that that wizard and Daverix were working together versus.
No, you got the sense that this nobleman was trying to warn you and was in the process of warning you, but then Daverix materialized and disrupted the whole situation of the warning.
That's
What coin did he? What coin did he give you?
I'm gonna look in my pockets just in case I have a coin.
The one distinct thing you remember about arriving in Emon is penniless. Empty pockets.
Yeah,
That's why you kind of resorted to your mercenary lifestyle, because a few rounds of guard duty, some caravan work, and you had some gold in your pocket to kind of at least meet the basics.
Right.
I mean, if you were unconscious, they probably would have anyone would have picked your pockets, but I doubt Daverix would have left you with a mortal.
Do any of the dragons here know any of the history? Because I mean, they've been around a long time.
Percival by far is the oldest. Some say he may even be the last of the Platinum bloodline. Platinum dragons are not really seen anymore.
What's the tower they talked about? Yeah, he talked about coming back from a tower nearby the city.
I mean, it almost sounds like they might have been. Yeah, that they might have been talking about Daverix Tower.
The Scale Tower?
The Gilded Scale.
It's the Scale Tower.
Or the Scale Tower. He's the curator of the guild known as the Gilded Scale.
So he either went back in time,
Daverix,
or is from that time traveling to our time.
It feels like to all of you that Daverix was disrupting something that he didn't want to happen. By grabbing Bludgeon at that precise moment, he prevented something from happening, is what it feels
So
like.
if we go back to right before that and stop him from snatching Bludgeon, that may stop something from happening.
It may cause something to happen that was from happening. Yeah. Question is,
that could be worse.
Maybe did you say that the coin only allowed us to stay there for like a split second?
6 seconds.
So that to me sounds like he was there, grabbed him, and then got pulled back in.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And pulled him with him.
And Daverix never mentioned anything about knowing Bludgeon.
No, he played a pretty solid game of not letting his guard down that he knows who Bludgeon is. And he seemed very happy with the fact that Lyra and Bludgeon were working together.
Maybe
he was handing him a coin for a reason. If we can get him back here with the coin before he gets snatched, that's probably a pretty important coin.
What if instead of preventing something long ago, Daverix was trying to do something to happen in this time.
Possibly.
Ooh,
But
I like that.
obviously-
Give me a group insight, because you guys are only like two millimeters away from understanding what it is.
14.
Okay.
15.
11. Bludgeon is still confused.
None of us. Does anyone have guidance? I'm not a cleric. Wait,
I got a
do I
four-
have guidance?
I got a 14.
I have guidance. You guys can all add a D4.
She's like, does anyone have guidance?
Fine,
Oh, wait, I have guidance.
15.
15,
18.
18,
So 18.
25.
15, 25.
That's my dice I'm looking at.
Yeah,
17.
17. Pulling bludgeon created a paradox. By creating that moment of time of unfinished time, he created a paradox. You get the feeling that the moment he created that paradox, that is when the rift, something went wrong with the rift. What was once a dormant kind of remains of Thordak's legacy has now been created into an unstable rift of many portals leading to many places. This is all linked to Daverix's obsession about traveling to multiple planes as well as multiple points in time to create situations that he's been trying to take advantage of.
Yeah, it's like knowing who wins the World Series type thing.
And for whatever reason, stopping Bludgeon at that point in time created a paradox that he was able to use.
What paradox?
What happens
I think we need to go back to the scale tower and like scour that place for any other research or whatever, because Daverix had, I know we discovered Daverix took Dorn's notes, but he had to have some sort of notes himself. I think before we start playing with the rift,
I
we have
mean,
to scour his stuff.
yeah,
for more information.
and hope that whatever we're looking for didn't get incinerated with Daverix.
Do you remember anything about that coin?
No, his memory wouldn't even allow him to look at the coin. It was so fast. So it's just the nobleman was exhausted, near death, placed it in his hand, was about to say something, and then Daverix appeared, grabbed onto Bludgeon, and pulled him through the rift.
Just it's pretty well known when that battle took place, though, right?
It is historically indicated in the lore, in the books. The Battle of the Barbed Fields is a known battle. And keep in mind, he was taken after the battle, not before.
So the battle happened, and whatever outcome of that battle we're experiencing now, even though Bludgeon was snatched and pulled to a different timeline.
What?
Correct.
Yeah. What historically happened after the battle?
The common myth and lore, the common understanding of the history of the Battle of the Barbed Fields, that was the final battle of calamity. It was said that 50% of the fighting population of Vasselheim perished in that final battle. It was also said that the tier of the Platinum Dragon fell to the ground near Vasselheim, and to this day they saw that as an omen of success, and they declared it the end of calamity and then the beginning of divergence. And the new era started after the successful defense of Vasselheim. And the common history tells us about a 500-year period of the gods being sealed behind the gates, their influence limited, and the great rise of empires, kingdoms, the rise of the pirate lords of Darktoe, It was a period of humanoid time, the rise of the great hobgoblin empires, the goblin empires, the orc empires. It was seen as a divergence away from faith and more of a belief in the existence of people upon Exandria. And it wasn't until the recent conclusion of Divergence where the gods finally had to make a choice and they were no longer allowed to exist because of Predathos that we find ourselves in the period of restoration. The idea that the old world is restoring itself without the gods' help, and both arcane and nature are now the center points of the influences of things on the people of Exandria.
So Bludgeon's influence, he gave him the coin after the battle's over, that wizard is beat up. He's given Bludgeon a coin, but the battle is done at that point.
It is.
And therefore that historical lineage going forward doesn't change. But Daverix jumps through time, grabs Bludgeon, and pulls him off.
Is anybody proficient in religion?
Yeah.
Father Jinx, give me a religious check. A religion check.
All right. For 20, dirty 20.
For you, Father Jinx, there's 2 points that interest you most. The absence of the 3 fates. Chances are those 3 sisters that perished in the battle became champions of the fates. But to perish doesn't necessarily mean to become a champion. You get the feeling that Daverix stopped Bludgeon from becoming a champion of something. Either a god, a demigod, or something that had influenced the battle. He stopped something from happening either because he didn't want it to, or stopping it from happening created the paradox of an unmade champion. You're beginning to wonder if maybe Bludgeon was even meant to survive that fight.
Probably not. No. Well,
And according to the histories,
to become a champion.
that's the crazy part. According to the histories, they view him as being dead. They never found him. So
But was his name Bludgeon?
Well, here he is.
Yeah, I mean,
No.
he would be in the history books as Captain Bludgeon the Cost, who
Okay.
was at the Battle of the Barbed Field and the defender of the gate to the southern entrance of Vasselheim. But all the histories that Bludgeon has been able to come across is an absence of conclusion. He's been missing. He was gone missing. No one could find his body. No one knows for sure if he was dead or alive at the end of the battle.
The historical record has Bludgeon removed from it after that point.
Kind of, yeah.
So he just ceases to
gather.
knowledge of him just stops there.
Bludgeon,
What if,
God.
because he had a pile of old coins, what if we put Bludgeon back?
Well, what we do is we stop him. We can stop him from getting him in the first place by disrupting his grab on him.
Daverix, in your timeline, you believe him to be dead. That he was trying some final effort to conclude something he was working on, and it destroyed him. That much you feel is certain.
Let me ask this, based on whatever I know.
Okay.
Okay, we're not from that time period. So say if any one of us tried to go there, we would only stay there 6 seconds. But what if you are actually from that moment in time?
Unfortunately,
and we bring
the magic
you back.
Yeah, unfortunately, the magic is pretty specific. To use the magical gateway, to use the mortal anchor and travel anywhere you want to go, both from a planar existence and a time existence, you get 6 seconds. That's it. Long enough to learn one thing, long enough to interact for a mere moment of time.
So we go back. Okay, So we go down into the scar.
How did
We
Daverix?
fix it so that we can use the planar shifts and time shifts there. Take Bludgeon back to his time, or go back in time with Bludgeon. Make sure whatever happens is going to happen, and then we go back somehow, however that works.
Well, here's what I was thinking, right? So he used that portal in the tower, jumped back in time, grabbed Bludgeon the cost, and he was able to bring him back into our time. This is maybe why they think Bludgeon died there, because he got disappeared. I don't know. But if Bludgeon uses that time thing to go back, he's not going to be able to stay there. It's going to pull him right back to our time.
Well, no, I understand that. That's why I say we go back now and use your dragon gem.
Okay.
Close the port to control the portal to stabilize it so that we can use it to permanently, because they can't use the rift. The rift goes to, they want to use it to go many places and everywhere, but they can't. But if we can stabilize that, means we can actually take Bludgeon back permanently, not using the 6-second coin thing.
Okay. Counter offer.
It's like sounds very experimental.
We use that time portal thing to go back to time into the tower right before Daverix uses it to go get Bludgeon, and for 6 seconds we just beat the crap out of the Dragonborn fella, Daverix, and then we just disappear, and then he'll just be really confused and hopefully dead. Well, then Bludgeon would never be here, and then none of this would ever happen. So,
That create another paradox.
let's not do that. Yeah. So how about we just kind of why don't we just go stabilize the rift? Let's go give that a shot.
Yeah, I think that's our best bet, because then we can undo the rest of the shit that he tried to pull. Or I don't think he's working for someone.
Sure.
So
Well, I
it's
mean,
not,
if we go to stabilize the portal, they're going to be forced their hand. They're going to be forced to show up and try and stop us, right? They'll be forced to show their hand.
Stabilize doesn't mean shutting down. Right?
Not
yeah, it doesn't mean shutting down. It means stabilizing it so that we can use you to put you back where you belong, so that whatever was supposed to happen to you happens to you, and then whatever they're trying
Hopefully
to
does
do
not
because
mean
they
just
pulled
that.
you into this time period is stopped.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I think the end goal is to close it at some point, though. But
Right.
we can at least stabilize it.
But we need to defeat their nefarious plan by
Yeah.
using it against them.
One thing I'm wondering is, who is Daverix working for?
Asmodeus, who knows?
Asmodeus, what's that dude from Whitestone?
Yeah.
I don't think he's working with Micah. No.
No, I'm talking about who's he working for God-wise.
Professor Dorn did come from Whitestone, though. He was
No.
a professor.
But I think they all hoodwinked Daverix. I don't think it was Daverix that was bad. I think it's Professor Dorn that was bad.
Well, Professor Dorn got accidentally left in a cage, so he's very, very dead.
Well, allegedly.
I don't know, like we because remember we killed Padaway, and then we never looking for those missing people.
I know, but they had his body. They could have brought him back.
Lara, you have to understand
Allegedly.
this. Every chess game needs its pawns.
Hey, we could go speak with Dead on the bastard and see what he has to say.
It's okay to be a pawn.
We have to find his body.
Why
They said
would
they buried him, right?
Why
So they'll
would
know where the grave is at.
Bludgeon back? Why would he care?
What's going on and why did you do that?
You know, Bludgeon's ascending. He's getting the coin. Daverix snap. I mean, who cares?
Why? Well, Which god?
You know,
which
surprisingly,
god
I
would
agree with
you
that.
have been? Which god would you have been a champion for?
You don't choose the god chooses you.
Well, yeah, but which gods were favoring your side of the war?
There was the fact that the falling star was named the tier of Bahamut, the Platinum Dragon. Myth and prophecy will always tell you that such things like that may be signatures of a god's atonement or the god's blessing in helping. And Vasselheim is known for its grandiose kind of religious acknowledgement of the prime deities, and they do acknowledge Bahamut as their most prime deity.
I mean, he saved the city, so whatever the city's main god would be, I'd imagine, maybe.
So potentially Bahamut could have been a
champion of Bahamut.
Yeah.
So how would the timeline change? Why would Daverix want to not have that ascension? Because Bludgeon, if would have been ascended, would have done something in an alternate timeline that maybe would have stopped Asmodeus from returning, I'm guessing, or someone else.
Maybe would have helped prevent Calamity.
Didn't Calamity already happen?
Calamity had already happened by that point.
Yeah, this is the end of Calamity.
I think we need.
But maybe the gods needed avatars.
Well, yeah. So Bahamut would have been in you potentially as an avatar, as the champion. Did Bahamut have
technically gods do not pick champions as avatars. Usually, they choose religious individuals like priests, paladins, clerics as a means to funnel their power through as avatars, which can be dangerous. Champions are very different. They are rewarded for their for the outcome of what they've done and in the name of a deity. So there could be some suppressed memories that would connect Bludgeon to Bahamut and connect Bludgeon to the precursor of his arrival to the Barbed Fields. The Barbed Fields is the end of his story.
Right.
What were you fighting with in your memory? What weapon?
I would see the same sword.
And his armor, sword, everything that he traveled with is what he has. That's why he looks so out of place.
Okay. So you still have all that stuff. Okay.
I think
he's a little attached to it.
To mess with the portals or time, we need to go looking for some more information.
I would agree. Let's go look at the tower, the Daverix tower. Maybe there's something there.
Yeah.
With the intent that, well, why would he pull Bludgeon out of the timeline? To alter a timeline.
To what end?
Correct.
Yeah. And for who?
Well,
Because
for 6 seconds it wouldn't matter, but if we can control the rift, then you can go back and find out what his real fate is, and maybe that's why you don't remember, or because maybe that your fate's been altered. Maybe that's why the
three fates
fate paladins
don't let Bludgeon out.
Yeah.
maybe
Who did say that? Who did they say that to?
That was in one of my visions.
So they told you not to let Bludgeon out?
So
no, they talked amongst themselves about not letting Bludgeon out.
So maybe we're talking about not letting Bludgeon out of the paradox.
Or this plane.
Maybe Daverix was working with the three fates.
Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah.
But if
Anybody got a wish
we're going
spell?
to get any answers, we have to go. We have to go looking for them.
I go to the magic shop and get a wish spell, a scroll.
Yes,
Well,
that will be 2.5 million gold pieces.
I'll owe you.
Do you
Take a check.
I will wish for lots of money, and then I will pay you.
Yida kind of nudges Riel from behind, her big snout kind of nudging Riel. Just, no matter what you do, at least try to use the orb. See if it works. See if it gets you and your friends back.
We'll do.
Well, don't be a stranger. You know where I am now, and I know where you are, right? So when you need help, you reach out to me, and if I need help, I'll reach out to you. But I think your friends need your help. Sounds important.
We'll go figure this thing out.
She gives you one of those big dragon kisses, her tongue just kind of licking the side of your head from shoulder to the top of your head, leaving a big old slimy trail behind.
One question for you, Riel. Your crow friend.
What about him? Oh, he didn't cut him. He's still over on the material plane.
No, but where did you pick him up?
Oh, somewhere in the Fae. He just started following me.
Oh.
Bargain barn.
Yeah.
Bargain barn.
I think I might have accidentally fit. I think there might have been a bunch of crows. I threw him a bunch of bread. He started following me. I tried a portal, fuck something up. We both fell through, and now I still don't know what he is. I really don't.
We need to. Can we get a scroll of legend lore from your mom and
Is that happening?
Cast that on your bird?
Hey, Mog, can we get? Well, no, that's that part. That Parthenax Platinum Dragon dude. You'd buy it. You'd have to get him to make it.
Oh,
I'm sure we could buy a scroll of it in town.
yeah, they're probably expensive though. Your
Well,
mom
you
might
have the money.
She might give it to you for free.
Wow, that's the trippiest thing I've ever fucking seen in my life. What?
Yes.
No, I got my mouse is on my laptop and my iPad at the same time.
Oh, that's cool.
Trippy.
You're multitasking.
Awesome.
Making things do stupid shit on each. Only me.
That's true. Only you.
That's very true.
With that, Lethwin and the Master of Law gather up around you. Riel has the orb out. Where would you guys like to shift to?
Where are we going? The tower, rift.
Where do we?
I think we should go back to the tower and look for more answers of what exactly Daverix was trying to accomplish.
I would
really
before we start messing with the unstable rift.
Yeah.
I would be just to know whether he had positioned bludgeon as a snatch for whether it was for or against. So we don't know at that point.
I think Coach just laughing because you said snatch.
I am.
What did you say?
Because she's 12. Because she's 12.
I guess I'll.
You see what I got to deal with, Neil? You see what I've got to contend with?
Feel your pain.
It's like I have multiple toddlers in the house.
All right, so I guess I'll hold the orb and reach out my hand and cast I guess it's a gate spell. Or what is it?
We're going. Wait, where are we going? Let's decide.
Back to the tower.
Tower.
Daverix power.
The Master of Law has people watching.
Yeah, we need to talk
Well,
to
they're
the
not
Master
going to be able to
because
see us because we're going to just go in from
we're
the
going to have
portal.
to fight.
You guys
Something
do
with us.
now have the Master of Law who we've saved, so there's some influence there.
But they
I
might
don't-
shoot first and ask questions later.
Well, that's why we use the
What's-
Master of Law as a meat shield.
And what's the cleric going to do to get captured again and put
Well,
in
you
her spot again?
Okay, yeah, I just cast it.
I have a question. Before I
Lot
have
of
a
talking.
question. Now, what? So these two people, the Master of Law and Lethwin, how easily replaceable are they in Micah de Rolo's?
They're not. I mean, if Micah de Rolo is truly the architect or one of the two architects behind this, he's doing it from Whitestone. There's no information that he's in Emon. So perhaps he's the engineering architect behind orchestrating the event. Someone else is in Emon that's meant to orchestrate the final push of the ceremony.
So we have to keep these two protected. We can't just, release them into the wild and say, okay, go and be free. And then they get captured again and, added to the potion. Spell. Whatever ritual he's casting.
I think at this point they both kind of have a vested interest in helping they have some skin in the game to help us.
Of course,
the Master of Law has made
a lot of their skin is staying alive, but
right. The Master of Law has made no disclaimer other than the fact that she's just kind of a good old fashioned corrupt politician. She makes a lot of money in the smuggling game. That's always been her thing.
Yep.
Right, but what I'm saying is,
especially
we get to the tower, it's already her people are already around it, so it should be fairly easy for her to make sure that we are not disrupted.
Well, sure, but separate. This is non sequitur. With the whole we can't just let them go to be captured and put back into the ceremony.
Right.
We have to.
No one knows. No one except us knows that they're gone at this point.
No, because we haven't been gone for that long.
Right.
It's like an hour is a second.
Stay that way.
Put them in the bag of holding with everyone else we've got.
I don't think that's a good idea. It's a little choky in there. But
I would imagine Lethwin and the Master of Law will overhear this back and forth, and Lethwin would offer to remain in the dragon plane. Riel could always contact his mother and retrieve them when he needs to. Yida is.
That's what I was thinking.
It's gonna feel like forever in the dragon plane, though, because it's a second is an hour at home.
Them's the fates.
Oh wait, no, yeah.
Don't give a shit.
No.
So a 24-hour day for Lethwin and the Master of Law in the dragon plane of existence is a 24 second period of time. So you guys are moving a lot slower than they are at that point. So they are aging 24 times faster.
Now, do they? Can we magically put them in suspension so that they don't age and it's not terrible for them? Because I would
imagine Lethwin and
we're gonna come back and they're gonna be dead.
I don't foresee us.
Dragons are ageless, which is why they do fine here. It takes a long time for dragons to age, which is why in their existence here, they're not really impacted by it. But yes, Lethwin is human. The Master of Law is, I believe she's elven. So her aging is more.
The Master of Law.
No.
She takes a step back from Father Jinx. It's like
the
Master of Law, hey, I'm just an old-fashioned smuggler. I don't know why I'm even involved in all this.
I think your position and your resources just made you convenient.
Yes, I would agree with you, young halfling. Sorry. I get all of you. I get halflings and gnomes confused all the time.
So if we brought
I would ask the Master of Law if there was some sort of proof or something, because if we portal into the tower, it's already surrounded by your people. Give us some authority to make sure that we're not having to fight them as well.
Why don't we just bring her back with us? The only one they want's the other one.
Can the magic re-silver and then she's against us?
No. The keys broke. so there's no fear of
She's just
that.
broken, so she's her own person.
Yeah, she is back to being the old
Yeah,
corrupt smuggler that she is.
it won't reappear. She's back
Well, I
on
can
the
live
I
with
mean-
a corrupt smuggler as long as she's on our side. Like, why don't
I
you
mean,
give us some special abilities to move, which, with your,
Associates.
She reaches into
Yes.
her bag that she has that she traveled with. She pulls out a quill, an inkwell, and some paper. She begins to fabricate a writ that she then organizes with all the necessary information. Show them this. And
Okay.
it's a pass. It's a
Yeah.
writ that allows you access to the tower. It's the least I can do for you not getting me killed. I mean, I still have to account and atone for my other sins, but for now, I think stopping whatever's going on is far
I
more
mean,
important.
that's so far down the rung of priorities at this point.
Yeah, and she folds up the writ and hands it to who's she gonna hand it to?
I'll take it.
Zatina said
fine.
yes first. She hands she'll hand the writ to Zatina, so you now have the access to the tower.
Okay.
Okay, so now can we put them in like suspended animation so they don't die while we're gone? I don't want
I suppose we could cast gentle repose on them.
That's
But
one dead
But they're not dead. You know what? The gold dragon or Thistlelix, we could just kill them and just bring them back later if you'd like.
I'd rather not.
I think you'd have to ask them
Or,
about that.
If that's a big concern, then what if we have the writ? What if we went?
Ooh, it's a 7th level.
Time is slower here. Who cares?
Damn it.
I mean, you guys could drop them off at the apothecary and then walk
Yeah,
over
that's
to the
what
tower.
I'm saying is we portal back in at the apothecary. They stick the apothecary out of sight, out of mind, and then we have the writ so we can go and search the tower.
Okay.
But they can be found. Whoever's doing this has got powerful magics.
Yeah, they could
That's what
scry on.
was part of this. We don't want to put it back in the same spot.
I mean, theoretically, they can scry on them here too.
I don't think.
No,
Just
no,
scry
different
works
kind
in
of
different-
existence.
No, scry can be. I believe scry can be. Let me double check that.
5.5 destroyed all the good magic. Look it
up.
Because I mean, you can't.
No, they have to
scry
be on the same plane. No, you're right. They have to be on the
I
same
thought they had to be
plane.
on the same plane.
They do.
So she's,
That's why
in all
if you
intents and
put
purposes, they
something in a
cannot
bag of
find her right
holding-
now.
Right.
And if time moves slower here, who cares how long we're in the other place?
Sorry.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Like, Like,
Lethwin can party with the
age, like-
dragons.
25 years.
Who's going to age 25 years?
Lethwin.
No, she's not. It's slower here.
No. Time
What-
moves slower
yeah.
here, so if we take a month to
It's
get
only
what
been a
they're
few
done,
minutes
it'll
back
only
on our plane.
get
Okay. I'm going backwards then.
Yeah, you're doing the opposite day.
I'm doing opposite.
You're
You
doing
are
opposite
doing
day.
And they'll be fine. Never mind.
Okay.
No,
Really
no,
fine.
you're right. If time goes slower on that plane, if it takes us a day or two to do what we gotta do, it could be. Well, actually, probably only be a couple days here. I think. Yeah, fuck it.
Be fine. What'd you say it was? It's how many? How long goes an hour here? Is how many on back there?
A second.
Oh yeah.
Or was it
Okay.
a minute?
So it's only 60 times faster. So one day would be 60 days. Whatever.
Okay.
Just
So
don't
shove one
spend
wrinkle.
9 months down there. and forget
I
about
don't think your
We're gonna
math
be
is
dead in a
mathing
week.
there.
No, his math is not
As you
mathing.
like to say, Lyra. Callista.
if we get
We're all
things
gonna die
done,
anyway, right? Who cares? What
We're
happens
all
to an
gonna
NPC
die.
on another planet
We're all
existence?
gonna die.
Well, I mean, in
All right.
Bludgeon's case, that's probably very accurate. I mean, he was meant to die and he didn't. So
Not dead yet.
So, I mean, the great outcome of this for all of us is Bludgeon goes back and dies.
Or not.
Maybe.
That's
I don't know.
tragic.
He can stay here. I
We
don't
need
care.
to
I'm
figure
just
out
saying,
why he was taken in the first.
if he wants
like,
to
Yeah, we
fulfill
have
his
to figure
fate,
Right.
We
Right.
need answers.
maybe we'll find
so
out
we
more
need
information
to
that will
get.
change his mind.
I feel like as you guys are in the midst of this conversation, Riel just said, fuck it.
Yeah,
And like
I know.
taps the orb, and you guys shift. The magic of the orb is expended, and you see the nighttime sky, because I believe it was night when you guys had left. You're in the central district within a
You're in the
mere,
tower.
within like 100 feet away from the tower, because the tower is on the border of the central district and the cloud top when you go up and over and into the gate. As you guys are, huddled in the gardens across the way, you can see at least 24 guards have surrounded the base of the tower. There are at least 6 wagons in front of the tower. They are currently emptying the tower of everything that was inside.
Oh well, shit.
Well, we got to go over there and stop
Is there like a captain or someone who looks like they're in charge?
There appears to be a captain and a sergeant that are in charge of the organization, from what you can tell. They're barking out orders. You can hear the captain, Sergeant, get those 2 back to work. We got to get this done this evening. We have our orders from the general.
General?
Which general?
that. Oh
The one-
shit!
Is that
Let me look at
something
my notes.
that had been?
I didn't
The
have
general
this.
I was looking for, I bet.
I thought the general was
general that
missing.
was missing.
General Reyes. Fuck, we're gonna have to fight these assholes.
Question: did I suck the Master of Law with us?
No, they're both still on the plane of.
Let's just go over
Flight of
there and
Dragons.
bullshit them.
Well, we
Yeah.
have the writ from the Master of Law.
Just go over there. Let's do it. Just say,
I'm
stop
gonna,
the show, Joey.
I'm going to
I cast fireball.
go to the. I'm not that kind of wizard, damn it.
I am.
Fireball the darkness.
I am.
I'm
That was
gonna
great.
go over to the captain and the sergeant with the writ, and I'm gonna say, the Master of Law has sent us to investigate this tower and everything in it.
So you're heading over there and you're going to talk to the captain?
Yes.
Okay.
I follow. Do you guys follow?
Yeah, we're all going.
Okay. With Zatina leading the way, the rest of you follow Zatina up the garden path towards the first kind of picket line of guards. This is off limits. This has been cordoned off by General Riel Silver Shroud. Move along, please.
She has no.
I'll hand over the writ and I'll say the Master of Law wants the goings on of this tower investigated.
He looks at the writ, hands it back to you. Wait here. He turns, goes up the remainder of the path. There's a brief moment that he exchanges words with the sergeant and the captain. The captain turns and comes down. And who are you? Where did you get this writ from?
From the Master of Law.
He seems confused. He looks at the guards and then, fuck's sake. He kind of guides the 5 of you away from the picket. General Reyes has just announced the Master of Law is dead. General Reyes is in the process of consolidating all of the different forces within the city.
She's trying to take over the city. You need to go and arrest her with your men immediately. And put her
weren't
in
there,
jail.
above table, weren't there rumors that the general was dead?
Yeah,
Yes.
those
Yeah.
were rumors too. Yeah.
And I'll look at him and I'm like, we heard the general was dead.
General Reyes Silver Shroud, she was on a mission. She had gone to Whitestone to retrieve some information
Whitestone.
and just returned earlier today. She had informed us that the Master of Law had gone missing and that she was found dead in her chambers. Something about a group of individuals from an apothecary were responsible for her death.
Yeah, that you've been misinformed,
No.
sir.
We just talked with her. That's not true.
So I'm going to let you guys pick who's doing the persuading. They'll have advantage because you guys are kind of doing this together. So whoever has the highest persuasion, you definitely want to roll well.
I do have a +5.
+6.
They're okay. You beat me.
Bludgeon.
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 I'll talk captain to captain with him.
Captain to captain.
Get ready to roll.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check with advantage. Because
And
the whole
guidance.
team is kind of, and guidance, the whole team is kind of,
All right.
Please
I'm
don't.
guiding you.
16, and the second roll is 17. 17 for persuasion.
Plus guidance. Plus guidance.
Plus a guidance.
Four.
D4.
Plus a
Guidance.
D4. Plus a D4. Roll a D4.
Rolling a
D20 inspiration from the last game.
plus a D4.
Plus a D4. Plus a D4.
25.
4.
how does a D4 get you up to 25? I thought you were at 17.
21 plus 4.
17.
Oh,
20.
Gotcha.
Oh,
so you had 21 or 25?
it was 17, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Plus 4.
21.
21.
Oh, so that's a 21. DC was a 20. And I lowered it from a 25 to a 20 because you had the writ. Of course, this does seem to create irregularities. Sergeant, leave a small group of 4 to keep an eye on the wagons. The rest of you, with me. We'll take this information to the general and see what she wants us to do about this. Anyways, you 5. Well,
Can I ask you a question? Where is the general currently right now?
the general is at the House of Justice, of course.
The judge house.
Interesting.
Judgment House. What are you implying, sir?
Where did the general live before?
She's always been in the House of Judgment. That's where all the administrative people live within the Cloud Top. With
Not implying
the recent re-engineering of the Citadel, no one was allowed to stay on the Citadel while it was being re-engineered. Only Professor Dorn's office was allowed to function within the Citadel.
Well, if General Reyes
No,
is who she
that's
says
what
she is, which I highly doubt right now, have her take you up. If she doesn't allow you up to the roof, you got a problem on your hands. Just mark my words, because on the top of that tower right now, there's a demon in chains.
He is so lost by your train of thought.
I know.
He just kind of gives up.
It's a bad thing.
Just mind your manners, and like he just kind of storms off with a cadre of soldiers, with guards, leaving just a sergeant and 4 other guards in charge of just keeping an eye on the wagons. And he starts marching up into the Cloud Top district.
What all is in the wagons?
It looks like crates. They're all sealed.
And I can't take
jingle?
notes for shit.
I don't know. Do you want to go up to a wagon and jiggle the crate, see what happens?
Well, no, we were, watching them. Were they
Why don't we drive away with it?
fine?
They were very carefully making no noise and putting the crates into the wagon. They're probably stuffed with hay to keep things from rocking and bouncing into each other.
How about if we run back to the apothecary?
No, because that
Jason,
will
what's the name of that town she said she
Well,
came back
apothecary.
from?
The city of Whitestone.
Whitestone.
What do you want to go back to?
Micah de Rolo is
apothecary
from.
for? Bludgeon, what did you want to go back to the apothecary for?
Well, if we have these wagons full of gear, we can't look through them effectively right now.
Oh.
We don't have the wagons full of gear.
So,
The
Bludgeon's like, let's
people
steal
are-
them and then look at them back at our place.
Right.
No, they let guards, like, they're not going to move the wagons. They're not going to let us take them. They have guards.
I don't
on them.
think-
She's going to go check out our story.
Hence the word
only have a
steal.
certain amount
Bludgeon
of
was quite
time.
clear.
Well, even if we got these back to the apothecary, I don't think we'd have enough time to go through them all.
I think the only time we have left is get in the tower, do what we're going to do, because she's going to come. General Reyes herself's going to come back here when she finds out it's us.
Yeah. Is your
Because it ain't General
your
Reyes.
stone still got juice? Does your stone still have juice?
Yeah.
Maybe
So we could nab General Reyes and take her to the dragon
Yeah.
dimension.
Or we could bring the Master of Law back, but
I'm gonna cast.
That's not going to break the geese. That's going to be on General Reyes, though.
yeah.
Oh.
Let's figure
We're
out a way
assuming
to
there is one on her.
Yeah.
Assuming there is one, yes.
I'm gonna cast locate object, and I'm gonna for any
Coins?
no
bludgeon related.
any like notes written by Daverix, like notebooks or anything like that.
How are you looking for that?
Locate object.
Oof. You got to be a little more specific because he's written a lot of books.
I am I don't know if I can.
That level of specificity would be challenging.
All right. So,
Oh. Cast.
Gods, where did you put the books in here?
Father Jinx, give me a persuasion check as you yell that out. Question is, when you ask, do you put a few coins in the hand of whoever answers?
I'm not a cheap bastard. Of course I would.
That'll give you
Sweet.
advantage on the roll.
Oof.
That sucks. Let me try another one.
don't forget guidance.
There we go. Dirty 20. Okay, plus a guidance. It's dirty 20 plus a D4.
See, Callista knows me.
Twen-
That, that
24.
yeah, my DCs are scaled DCs, so the higher it is, the more you might learn. The sergeant pockets the gold and says, "Yeah, I fuck if I care. Feel free to look through the wagons all you want."
Well,
And when you're
what
done
wagon
with the
did you put
wagons,
books in?
well, what books?
Was there any books in the wagon?
No, we
Did y'all bring
mostly
books out of there?
no, not yet. We hadn't quite made it up to that floor yet. We had only just gotten started. Needless to say, the grisly remains of whatever that was fills an entire wagon. Otherwise, it's broken furniture, pottery, statues. We hadn't quite made it up to his residential chamber or his laboratory yet.
All right, let's go.
All right.
Should we divide and conquer this? Like some of us go up and search through the upper levels they haven't got to, and some search through the wagons down here.
I think bludgeon should go up.
Oh my god, insight. Do we believe that he is telling the truth about the?
Oh yeah, your passive insight tells you that he's telling the truth. He's bored. He doesn't give a shit. He's been called out in the middle of the night to empty out some stodgy old wizard's tower, and he spent an hour scooping up buckets of blood and putting it in a box.
I don't think we have to go through the buckets of blood.
should we just go upstairs then?
Why are they taking that? Are they going to attempt a resurrection on that thing?
I doubt. You know, this probably has more of a. It sounds more like guards are told to go collect everything, and this is part of everything kind of situation. But
Are you saying we took it too literal?
yeah,
You're being very
Sergeant-
thorough.
the sergeant does like finger guns at Riel and goes, "I like you, mate," and just kind of walks off.
I'm a head inside. I'm gonna just I
Okay.
guess
Yeah.
start
Yeah,
heading upstairs.
I'm gonna head up
Let's go inside.
into
The
the
tower
wagon.
is, for the most part, back in its original kind of immaculate form. The ground floor, which was the common reception chamber, has all been cleaned up. The secondary floor has been cleaned up, and then I believe it was the third level floor where the grisly remains were found. And then the 4th level floor was the laboratory, and then the 5th was his personal residence.
Mm-hmm.
I want to leave my familiar Sebastian watching the front to warn us if
General Reyes shows up.
Mm-hmm. I don't think we should split the party, because if we have to make a expeditious retreat,
We're
we
in a tower. We can always just bar the door. Take them a while to get in, and by then we'll figure out something.
Yeah.
What'd you guys do with the key for the door? Do you still have it?
Yeah.
Yep.
I think so.
Okay. Once you reach the laboratory floor, everything is still there as you left it. They hadn't quite made it to that floor yet. They cleared out the first 3 floors. You can see empty crates have been positioned in here as if they were about to start dismantling the laboratory. The locked door that leads into that special room that allows you to drop the mortal the coins into is still intact, still there. You look up the stairs and you could see that they'd started assembling crates to start emptying out his personal residence as well. Everybody give me investigation checks, if you would, please.
don't forget guidance.
Are you kidding me? Fucking bullshit.
No, I'm not kidding you. Don't
I
forget
hate these
guidance.
dice.
14.
14.
I got a 3 with guidance.
Father Jinx
Well, no,
is just
I
like
take their
staring at the amazing way that they cleaned everything up. He's like, how did they get this so shiny and clean? This is fascinating.
I got a
Is that bleach or
34.
ammonia?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I
I
rolled
rolled a natural 20.
So Zatina got a 34. Did anyone beat that
Jesus
34?
Christ!
No.
Zatina,
No.
tell us what we don't see.
I have a plus 11 to my investigation.
She sees
This
into
is
the
true.
beyond.
This is true. There.
We're OP, man.
So a little bit of a retcon. I was 1 floor off. So the ground floor is the entrance, and it's also the site of the remains of Daverix. The
No, I
third
thought it was the
floor,
second.
the second floor was like a storage chamber. The third floor was a laboratory. The fourth floor was personal quarters. The 4-story tower. The Fey Pocket Vault is the door that you recognize. Everything is as you remember it, Zatina. The one thing that you suddenly pick up on now, are you in the personal quarters or the laboratory with that excellent investigation?
Whichever one that we need her to be in.
I think since we found the hidden, because Dorn's notes that he took were hidden in his personal quarters.
Correct.
So I think I would be there assuming that there was another hidden nook for his own personal notes.
This particular tower has a top-end parapet with a conical roof. As you arrive up into the personal quarters, you're not sure why it didn't catch your eye before, but there is something about the tower's roof that kind of bothers you. You stare at it for a few seconds, and then you realize it's dark outside. The room is lit because the braziers are lit, and there's enough light in this room. Why is it still dark and shadowy up in the roof, like up in the roof's rafters? And that's when you realize there is a major illusion spell that is active up inside the rafters.
Ooh.
There's something hidden up inside those rafters.
I am going to dispel magic. And dispel
What
magic.
level? Level 3?
I've got level 3.
Yep. Roll me a d20. You need to beat a 17. So you got to roll a d. You're
Modifier?
adding. Yep, you're adding your spell modifier to it.
Guidance does not help with this.
That's a 19.
That will dispel the major illusion. You watch as the shadow of the rafters fade away, and hanging up in the shadows where the illusion was keeping it hidden are 2 large iron boxes hanging from chains.
Do the chains, does it look like there's a ratcheting wheel or something to lower them?
The chains are running to the side of the roof line, and they're wrapped around. I mean, from what you could tell, the only way to get them down is to fly up into the rafters and unwrap the chains.
How high up is it?
This would be like 15, 20 feet up into the rafters.
I'll Misty Step up there.
You Misty Step up into the rafters near one of the chains.
How big are the iron boxes?
Quite large.
Like 5 by 10, like
Foot Locker size.
Foot Locker size. Okay, I'm gonna pull out the portable hole and get ready to just put them in there.
I'm
Once
going
she-
to.
Should we
try
see
and
what's in
lower
them
them
first
down.
before we put them into the hole?
They're probably trapped, and time is of the essence.
Anyway,
Yeah, so we should probably open them.
So, Zatina, give me a strength check as you try to unwind the chain.
Oh no. Oh my wizardy hubris.
Is the chain locked? Like, is there a padlock
No, it's
on
just heavily wrapped around one of the rafter beams. What'd you get, Zatina?
5.
You got a 5? You
I got
start
5.
you start tugging at the chains. There's not only are they wrapped multiple times around the rafter beam, but you also notice that the chain is dug into the rafter beam. Whatever is inside the one box that you're working with, it's incredibly heavy.
How high are they up?
15 feet.
Is there a way for me to get up there?
You could try to climb onto the furniture and reach up into the rafters.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and do that.
Give me either athletics or acrobatics to do that.
I'm gonna wild shape into a dragon.
Your dragon form.
Yes.
13.
13. It's not too difficult. You go over to one of the taller pieces of Anwa-like furniture. You shift it over. You crawl up on top of it. You leap up. You grab onto one of the rafters that Zatina is standing on, and you pull yourself up. And you're now standing along Zatina. And you can also see that the chain is very heavily dug into the rafter beam, which would indicate that the box is probably very heavy.
So the box is sitting on top of the beam, right?
No, it's dangling.
Oh, it's dangling. Okay.
Yep.
isn't there some kind of disc, a floating disc that we can carry things with?
I can't make one.
You'll have to talk to Lieutenant Tenzer about that.
Tenzer's disc. So with the dragon shape, I'm going to
How
Try
big
it.
does it make you?
it's a medium dragon.
That would put you at about 8 feet tall.
So
it's still 7 more feet above you.
I'll I can drop this, but y'all are not gonna want to be below it when I do.
If you drop it, it might go through the floor.
Mhm.
It is a wood floor that you're standing
Lund-
on. That's fair.
Lund's got a 20 strength, so maybe he can go up there and gently lower it with this on the back of the neck with the chain.
Well,
it-
bludgeon. I'll grab bludgeon and climb up there. I got a climb speed.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll say you pick up Bludgeon, you climb up, and you boost them up to where Zatina and Riel are kind of straddled on one of the rafter beams, and Bludgeon's up there with them now.
So Bludgeon will start with his deft of hand will start to unravel the chains.
Give me a strength check as you start to unravel the first chain.
I am going to help because I'm, there helping.
Are you gonna,
An advantage.
are you gonna like sing to him and give him a rah-rah song? And
I'm helping brace the chain and whatnot in Dragon. Yeah, helping.
We have an advantage because we have 2 people.
I'll say with Riel being up there, and Lyra down below in her dragon form,
Fine.
we'll say that you get advantage on the roll.
Here we go again.
A
Oh,
lot better. That one's a lot better.
He is for bludgeon.
Don't forget
There we
guidance. Wait, yeah, you get guidance with that one, right?
Yeah, what'd you get?
25. Natural 20.
You're able to heave the chain and begin to unwrap it. Your biceps get super like swollen, yoked out as you stand there and start lowering the box, and then the box with a very heavy settles onto the floor slowly.
All right, and the other one.
One.
That roll's good enough to handle both. They're both now sitting on the floor.
all right, we'll go down.
Can I
In the-
cast detect magic?
Cast detect magic.
Put them in the portable.
The first thing you realize is that both boxes are magically trapped. School of Magic is evocation. You get the feeling that it will produce a lightning effect if you try to open up these boxes without keys, because they are locked. You see these giant old school medieval padlocks on them, and they each have a glyph of lightning bolt.
Can we?
Do they look
Can
like
I look
the
around
that
for
we have?
keys?
Sorry, I couldn't. Go ahead, Zatina.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I was like, we took a bunch of keys on a key ring or something
Mm-hmm.
last time, right?
I believe-
Can we look through those to see if one of those fits?
There are 2 brass keys that look like they might fit.
Even locate object.
I will try those.
Okay. You try the first one. Seems to fit. You hear a click. The glyph fizzles as you unlock the padlock.
Whoa.
And do you want to open up the box?
Yeah.
Yes.
You open up the box, and there is a pretty grisly sight inside the box.
What's in the box?
Children's skeletons.
9 of them.
Or dead
It's
dragons.
Everything that was in Lyra's bag of holding.
In this particular box, it is filled with casted bones.
Casted?
Bones, like you would if you were to research fossils. So they're not traditional bones; they're the casts of bones.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
It would appear, I would say, especially with Lyra looking into it, it looks like Daverix. Ooh, this would actually reveal to you, Lyra, that he was definitely lying to you. It looks like Daverix did a fossil casting of some of Thordak's bones from the scar. You get the feeling that maybe he did this in an attempt to bolster his ability to cast locate object.
So he's looking for Thordak.
Or something related to him.
Maybe he's looking for the shards.
Maybe. What's in the other box?
What's in the other box?
As you open up the other box, it is filled with it's filled with journals. There's at least well over 100 journals in the box, which would account for its weight. The journals all range in date from pre-calamity all the way up to post-divergence.
We look
Almost as if
for the one that has Bludgeon's date on it.
Okay. Give me perception or investigation as you start rifling through the box to see if you can find the one with Bludgeon's date.
While he's doing that, can I look for the most recent one?
Give me an investigation check as you start looking for the most recent journal.
I got a 21.
21. You find a journal with the date range of Bludgeon's date.
I look
I
it up.
got 23.
Zatina, you find the last entry of his journal, or a journal with the date that would have been 3 months ago.
I am going to rifle through that.
Okay. Father Jinx, you open up your journal first and you start reading. Well, I've come across what I believe to be an opportunity to test whether or not the rifts in the scar are truly connected to other points of time and existence. I've discovered that the 3 Fate champions were linked to someone that went by the name of Captain Bludgeoned. Now, I found the coin that was linked to the Baron Abercrombie, in relation to the relation of the three doctors that belong to this particular Baron and Wizard, a new adept of the Cerebus Assembly. I've come to discover that Baron Abercrombie is a direct descendant of the wizard that caused the calamity. Once again, another connection to yet another riddle that I am attempting to unfold. Somewhere in these rifts is the answer to why these unstable portals exist. My best opportunity is to create the paradox by retrieving Bludgeon, taking him to the scar once my trusted student...
I'm reading this out loud for everybody.
Yeah. Once my trusted student gains access to the scar, I will then take Bludgeon's form, cast him into one of the rifts, and see if the paradox unravels itself, therefore proving that the rifts can stabilize.
Oh man!
However,
student.
I seem to have misplaced Bludgeon. I'm not sure where he went or if he was stolen from me. I will have to go and find him, and I will make further entries to remind myself of the purpose of where I left him and why I did what I did. Unfortunately, as this curse continues to gnaw at my mental capacity, I am becoming more and more limited in what I can accomplish with my journeys to the past. One of the unfortunate side effects of these mortal tethers is that a piece of my mind, my psychic awareness, is rotting, and I need to be mindful of this. This is why I write these journals, to remind me of what I'm doing. I don't always seem to think I can remember things, and my memory is deteriorating, becoming worse, more difficult to rely upon.
These should all go in the bag of holding.
Portable hole.
And then where Father Jinx leaves off,
sorry.
Zatina starts reading her entry. Well, it's proven. Magic and the rifts are capable of coordinating with each other. I am going to send my student, Lyra, into the scar after speaking with Professor Dorn in an attempt to prove that the magic of the rift and the external magic supplied will actually create a portal and a way to enter into the many different vestiges of time that exist within the scar itself. Once again, proving that if I can find that precise point where Thordak attempted to utilize the wish spell that I believe he attempted to use, but it was dispelled by a member of the Vox Machina team, I can use that moment in time to kill the individual that was dispelling the wish spell, and therefore creating yet another paradox, and to see if the rifts would remain open and stabilized. While our time period would not be subjective to the outcome of Thordak successfully escaping to the plane of fire, this is irrelevant to the magic that I'm attempting to approve. However, if this does become proven, I will then use the eggs that me and Dorm have formed and see if I can't find a way to clone Thordak into many versions of himself, and then use the magic of Thordak and the elemental plane of fire to finally permanently create a rift so that the Mercury Dragon will heed my beacon and we could finally complete this ceremony that we're working on. I just hope nothing goes sideways.
So he wants to bring the Mercury dragon.
Well, he wants to be alive, but he is not. Something went horribly wrong when he was testing his theory after the successes that you and everyone else had at the Scar, and blew himself up. We find enough entries in the journal to convince you that Daverix is dead and his work is unfinished.
So from Father Jinx's entry, using the mortal tethers to go back and forth in time,
It will
cost
erode
something more
our-
than just that coin.
Yeah, it was eroding Daverix's memory. He was writing these journals knowing that his memory was fading more and more, eroding more and more. And clearly he was using these journals to remind himself of the work he was doing.
and the purpose.
And the purpose of why he was doing it.
So was Bludgeon's abduction just a guinea pig?
It's pretty much just an experiment to prove that the Scar and the rifts in the Scar will be impacted by the concept of a paradox.
And yeah, to cause a paradox. But it looks like it was like you're not the champion, but the 3 women were the champions.
He clearly did extra study of the 3 fates. There is something about the 3 fates in his journals that caused him some interest, but he's not entirely sure whether or not there was true value there. Maybe just a reinforcement of that particular time. This is going to sound horrible, but Bludgeon's absence didn't really cause anything to go wrong, and he was the safest choice to make. Almost as if he wanted to make sure he didn't choose one of the fates, and just by simply choosing a captain of the guard of the tower of the South Gate entrance was just the safest test that he could think of at the time. And chances are your amnesia is linked to the magical property of the tether being used. He forgot where he put you, and you forgot where you came from, and you wandered off into the city.
Wow. All right.
I still don't know if we can get you back there.
And if we do, I don't know if you'll have more memory issues.
Is there
Whatever's going on with the Soul Drinker, there is no evidence that Professor Dorn or Daverix were involved in any of that. I mean, so far, all this written material convinces all of you that they had their own thing that they were doing here. But the mention of the Mercury Dragon is definitely kind of interesting.
Worrisome.
Can I look for one more journal by the early, like, not the earliest in like the earliest time he went back to, but
The earliest one that he wrote.
The first journal he wrote.
Okay. Now that you understand his methodology of writing and what he's done, you eventually find at the very bottom of the box one of the first journals that he wrote.
Is it pink?
Well,
Tell me it's pink.
It's pink.
I imagine Zatina's just like Tally Ho and Scrooge McDuck dives down
Yeah,
into the
right.
trunk.
These are entries of his travels from Craghammer. His time in Craghammer, where he was looking for a particular item of wealth. He refers to it as a beacon, a crystal. The dwarves of Craghammer coveted this crystal as a way to link with the powers of different planes of existence. He was convinced that this would be his first material component of the creation of the spatial, the temporal gateway that he was creating to begin his journey to test whether or not the Scar and the rifts within them have of any value or consequence to what had happened 20 years ago when the Chroma Conclave was defeated. So that first journal just feels like the beginning of his of how he was going to approach to figure out what Thordak's Scar really was. And these journals probably represent a year of his life. That journey started well over a year ago.
Are there any writings about why he wants to summon the Mercury Dragon?
That's going to require investigation. Go ahead and give me an investigation check on that.
$24.
24. Oh,
Nice.
and with
Guidance.
25.
I was muted. Can I assist her in looking for information on the Mercury Dragon as well?
You want to give her advantage or look for yourself?
Give her advantage. Like I'll be looking through books looking for mentions of it.
Okay, go for it. You can roll again, Zatina, see if you beat that 24.
No.
No. No.
We're gonna go. I rolled a one on
Riel is a hinder. It's like, look here, right here. See, it says it right here. I just shove books in your face.
There are a couple of entries that you come across that are interesting. The Mercury Dragon is described as a creature of the astral sea, which kind of confirms the idea that this might be an astral dreadnought with this name, the Mercury Dragon, associated to it, possibly because of a landmass or something related to the astral sea that had given it this nickname, the Mercury Dragon. It is said to be well over 3,000 to 4,000 years old, and powerful enough to be used for the purposes of destroying either titans, gods. He even seems convinced they could destroy a Tarask if it became necessary. It's almost as if he started this path obsessed with the idea of what the Mercury Dragon is, but his memory begins to erode. And his writings about the Mercury Dragon become more scatterbrained, more schizophrenic, almost like he's having to remind himself more frequently why he's obsessed with the idea that there's an importance to the Mercury Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
There's one particular journal entry that you come across that you begin to read out loud to everybody. I'm not entirely sure if I should continue with this experiment. These journeys are becoming more taxing on me than I expected. I'm even beginning to hear voices upon my journeys. Strange voices telling me to do things, and I feel compelled to do them. It is a soft voice, a gentle voice, almost as if to give me hope, give me an understanding of courage. Although it never really eases my pain or my mind's suffering. I'm trying to understand. Over and over again, this voice keeps mentioning the word Predathos. I don't understand why the voice mentions this to me. It's very confounding, very confusing. I must measure my journeys more temperately to make sure that I'm not causing my psyche more harm. I think I may even be drifting into a bit of madness, as these words and emotions do not make sense to me. I will do my best to be more cautious. It's just kind of a flourish at the bottom of the page. But other than that, there's no other mention. Almost as if he convinced himself to no longer obsess or worry about the Mercury Dragon.
Asmodeus was influencing him as his mind eroded.
And what is the significance of Predathos again? Is it a god?
Predathos is the god eater that chased all the gods out of away, except for Asmodeus.
Except for Asmodeus and the Raven Queen. The Raven Queen still guards the threshold of death to guide those that die to the celestial gate. Asmodeus still lauds over the 9 levels of hell. All the other betrayer gods fled to other worlds, and the prime deities all became mortal coils of themselves and wander Exandria without memory of why they did it.
Why doesn't the Predathos go after Asmodeus?
Predathos is currently trapped inside the body of a protectorate called Imogen due to her special circumstances of her interaction during the solstice apogee and the outcome of the 3 different groups of heroes that successfully defeated Predathos, as well as Ludinus, who was attempting to destroy Predathos and destroy all of divinity, allowing the ascendancy of the arcane world, and only arcane magic would be left to rule over Exandria. I will say you find a drawing and a schematic of the Astral Dreadnought. So let me drop that in Discord for you. So this is what you would see. Bam, 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 bam. And it is described as being beyond gargantuan. It's described in terms of it's miles tall, miles across, and miles long. It is a massive creature.
It doesn't really look like a dragon or platinum.
I never really said it did.
I mean, it's just called the Mercury Dragon.
I'm sorry, Mercury, not
yeah.
Mercury. It doesn't. It looks like Mercury.
That gif is stupid, Callista.
It looks like a cross between a beholder, and like a dune sandworm. And
this is what Rachel's character grew up to be, right?
Oh, that's nightmare-inducing.
Nightmare.
Yeah.
And now
Definitely
it's,
nightmare
and
fuel.
now it's
And it's miles
possibly-
long.
And now it's this gargantuan horrible thing, bigger than gargantuan horrible thing, is merged with the Chained Oblivion and is mutating and getting madder and madder and madder with everything it devours.
Yep. Sounds about right.
So, yeah.
Well, crap. We better damn not let it eat a Trask.
Hey, do you think Predathos can eat that?
Predathos is a
God.
destroyer of gods. The Mercury Dragon is technically not a god.
Mercury Dragon contains a god.
But anything's possible until you try.
Predathos, you want to eat the Mercury Dragon? He's a bad guy.
I mean, there is always a possibility you guys could track down Imogen and ask Predathos the question.
Yeah, I have a feeling that Imogen is otherwise engaged.
I don't know what you mean.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I feel like we need to go through more of his journals.
Ivar, it's almost like 3 campaigns are connected to each other.
Well, we can keep going through his books, but I think we should get this back to the apothecary, and we should probably go look at maybe stabilizing those portals and seeing if we can close them before they can do some bullshit with them.
Potentially have to deal with the General Reyes. General Reyes? Yeah.
You guys hear Sebastian downstairs go,
oh,
and then you feel the message connection as he sees General Reyes approaching the tower. She's maybe 5 minutes away.
Putting this box of books into the portable hole, rolling the
Leah Bludgeon just like shoves the box, and dunk, goes in. Shoves the box, dunk, it goes in.
And then I
roll it up like a Looney Tunes cartoon.
Yeah.
And then
elevator go in the hole.
Let's.
We still have some stinking cloud rocks. If we need to run for it, we can just gas them and like disappear into the city.
hold on. Can I go to the window? Are there buildings around us, and how far are they?
Yeah, there's some 2-story buildings nearby that are probably a couple
what-
hundred
what,
feet away.
What quarter are we in?
You are in the border of the Central District and the Cloud Top District in the center of the city.
Okay.
I mean, I can portal y'all to the next building over.
Or you could portal us to the apothecary.
Oh yeah, but I have to use the power in my little thing. I don't want to do that if I don't have to.
Oh no, then next building over.
Well,
Next building over sounds good.
all right.
Okay.
And
All right.
we
Who
can-
wants to go first? Anybody? Anybody?
I'll go.
I
I'll go.
can't.
I'll cast Vortex Warp on Father Jinx.
It's just this magical lasso wraps around Father Jake's and the open window next to Riel. Okay, there it goes.
What the?
Just gets tossed out the window.
How far away is the next building over?
About 100 feet away.
Uh-oh.
So I'll say Riel teleports
hold
Father
on.
Jinx.
So I got a range of 90 feet on Vortex Warp. Would that be enough?
I mean, Father Jinx isn't exactly gonna reach the building, but he lands in the
Well,
landscape yard.
I have to target somewhere where he can stand.
Yeah. I'll say the front of the building. You see Father Jinx kind of pop his head out as he's right in front of the building.
All right, one success. Who's next?
Hey, Jason, I'm gonna immediately take off and go meet my contact.
Okay, you run off into the city.
Mhm.
Lyra, bludgeon one by one. Riel, you quickly.
And then I'll just cast Fly on myself to get away because I can't target myself with that.
You leap out the window. All of you are now gathered by one of the nearby buildings. You're not sure where Father Jinx went. He is currently not there. However, under the cover of darkness, there's a lot of confusion at the base of the tower. The captain immediately begins to bark out orders to the sergeant and the other guards. General Reyes stands there with her arms crossed, confused as to what all of this is that's going on. She seems to be concerned about a group of people pretending that the Master of Law is still alive and under the auspices of a fake writ managed to make their way into the interior of the tower. And she's kind of chastising the sergeant and some of the other guards for allowing that to happen. You can overhear the sergeant and the captain, but ma'am, it was the Master of Law's signature. It was her signature. We know it when we see it. General Reyes looks confused. I don't understand. That doesn't seem possible. I saw her dead body up in the Judgment House. She was murdered alongside Captain Misa. And then the conversation just kind of descends into more confusion, and the captain's look for them over there, send out search parties, we'll get to the bottom of this. And dozens of guards are now fanning out into the central district trying to find you guys.
Time to go.
I say we
are we
find a
anywhere near the
covert.
tunnels? Are we anywhere near those tunnels?
Nope, they're on
No.
the inside of the cloud top, and you guys are outside.
That's the
outside
first
of
thing I
the cloud
thought
top.
about, but no, we're not.
Right.
Well, let's scatter out of here. Bludgeon will misty step off into the darkness and make his way back to the apothecary.
Okay.
Riel will fly off.
I'm gonna,
Run.
follow Bludgeon.
Come on the
Misty
shoulder.
stepping.
Yeah. I'll be like,
I
Wait up, I got little legs.
I wild shape.
Hey, storyteller, how far am I from the Judgment House?
I mean, you're literally
It's in the cloud,
on
right?
the border between where the central district stops. The tower is built on that border, You go up the center road and through the main gate, and you're in the Cloudtop district. But the whole place is swarming with guards currently.
But let me see. How long would it take me to fly to the Judgment House?
With risk of possibly being seen, would take you about maybe 5 minutes to fly up and over the wall, the gatehouse, and then down into where you know the Judgment House to be.
Okay, I'm gonna fly to the Judgment House.
Okay. Give me a stealth check.
Specifically want to land on the roof.
Okay. Give me a stealth check.
If I can get it without being seen. Ooh, 19. Yeah. That was almost a 12.
Is that a total of 19?
Yeah, total of 19.
Yeah, the darkness definitely helps. You fly over the wall, the gatehouse. You know that everyone else is scattered back to the apothecary. Father Jinx is gone somewhere else. You're not really sure. You make it over the wall, over the gatehouse, and eventually your feet touch down on the roof of the Judgment House. Once on the roof of the Judgment House, you can now see where that kind of old temple roof is built and where the Soul Drinker is supposedly trapped inside of that room.
And that's all still there? Is the Soul Drinker
all still there? Nothing's been altered. The only thing missing are the individuals that you saw that were cast sleep on. They're no longer in those positions that you saw them. They've been collected.
Can I click? I want to quickly slide down to like a window and kind of peer into the Judgment House and see if anything looks different.
Everything pretty much looks the same. You could hear and smell the roaming undead that are inside the room. You can see the summoning circle with the Soul Drinker kind of frozen in place in the middle of that summoning circle. You could see the sacrificed bodies chained across the entryway doors that lead into the chamber. So far, nothing looks too different.
Okay, I'm gonna fly out of the cloud top position and return to the apothecary.
Okay. With that, you guys eventually return to the apothecary. Eldira kind of urgently hustles you all in as she's happy to see you. Father Jinx, which contact are you looking for?
Same kobold.
Okay. You go to one of the dive bar alleys, and sure enough, there he is, drinking the rot gut, high on spice, mainlining as much liquor as he can. His bleary complexion kind of sees you. Hey, Father Jinx, what's going on? Yeah, thought you might be dead. I haven't seen you for a while. Yeah.
Well, you look like you're going your way toward death. Slowly but surely.
We don't live very long. We gotta do what we can.
Hardy, hardy. Well, before you croak off of liver failure, get word back that General Reyes is more or less alive and kicking and trying to take over the city.
Damn, I was hoping she might have been actually dead this time.
I'm not sure it's exactly General Reyes, but it might be.
No. All right, I'll let the bosses know. What do you got going on?
Any word
Father
on what I was looking for? I don't got time, like I said.
Yeah. What was I looking for you? I forgot. What was it? Something about
some things. I don't know. You figure it out. Get back to me. You're such a professional.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever you say, Father Jinx. I'll remember sometime at some point.
What'd your master get back to you about?
Oh, well, things aren't going as well as we thought. It would appear that, the activity down here has gathered some interesting attention. Some of those folk that put down our organization back in the day are traveling their way here now. And, oh, yeah, the little leader of our organization called the Gentleman, well, he's come out of retirement. He's on his way here to Emon as well. And it doesn't sound like he's too happy. He's traveling with his daughter, though, and his son-in-law. Should be interesting.
Who's his daughters?
Some famous tiefling named Jester and her husband Ford or something like that. And their kids, I think, are traveling here.
Is that based on what information I provided to him?
Some, yeah. But a whole bunch of people gone missing, though, too. But yeah, it's okay. The gentleman will figure it out. Don't you worry.
Well, what about the items I asked for?
Yeah, they're on the way. They're coming.
All right.
You sure you don't want to stay for a drink and hang out? We got some gambling and some horrors to go check out.
That's all right. I got things to do. Worlds to save, etc.
Okay. See you later, Father. He just kind of canters off the bench and disappears back into the dive bar.
All right. I'll go check out the apothecary, make sure it ain't being watched.
On your way back there, give me a perception check as you keep an eye out.
Okay. Damn it, D&D Beyond. Here we go. $22.
Yeah, you make it back. There doesn't seem to be any posted guards or anything. Just a sense that the promenade's empty and the five of you are gathered back in the apothecary to discuss what to do next. And that is where we're going to leave off. All right, everyone, thank you for coming out. You guys linger. We'll talk about the dates. Thank God nobody went inside the Judgment House, only went on its roof. That was bad. You guys linger. We'll talk about dates. Everyone else, be safe, be kind, and don't forget, play a game, everyone.